In this video, we're going to be exploring 5 of the best businesses that you can easily start right now from the comfort of your own home. I've chosen these 5 specifically because each one of them can make you thousands of dollars within the first year, and they're all highly scalable businesses with very little cost to start with. And most importantly, they all have the potential to replace your 9 to 5 if you manage to stay consistent. So I'm going to show you guys examples of similar businesses that have grown exponentially within just a few months, and I'm going to explain to you how to create your own quality products. So the first one is a highly relevant business that continues to grow year over year, and with the introduction of AI tools has become even easier to start. We're talking about selling digital products online. Now, I'm sure the idea of using AI tools to create digital products might sound intimidating at the beginning. It definitely did to me, but I assure you guys, these tools are extremely user-friendly and make our jobs much easier and enjoyable. So don't worry, I'll show you how to set it up step by step. Now, at this point, I'm sure you've heard about marketplaces like Etsy and how you can sell downloadable products like printable posters, patterns, journals, wedding invitations, calendars, and so much more. Digital products would also encompass things like ebooks, online courses, stock photos, and website templates. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to focus on downloadable wall art. Now, unlike physical products that you have to store and distribute, digital products have no inventory or logistics to worry about. What this means is that the profit margins for these kinds of products is much higher, up to 90%, which is just as good as it gets in terms of revenue versus profit. And the way we're going to be creating these products is by researching what kind of art is already selling well and creating our own versions based on those best sellers. And we're going to be using an AI image generator called Midjourney to do all the heavy lifting. All we need to do is give the AI a text prompt describing the kind of art we want to create, and in just a matter of seconds, Midjourney will give us 4 amazing results. All we need to do next is package it up in a nice mockup, which by the way we can also create using Midjourney, and finally post it for sale online. Now, I use Etsy for my product research because all of the sales data is public, and we can start by simply searching downloadable wall art. And we want to quickly identify successful shops, and we can do that by looking at this number right next to the shop's name. This is the total number of reviews this shop has gotten. The higher the number, the higher the success the store has achieved. So we can click on the store name, and here we can see all their available products. But what I like to do is scroll down to the bottom of the page where we can take a look at the reviews the shop has gotten. And here we can filter to most recent. This way we can analyze what has been selling well lately and how people feel about those products. Remember that for every review, the item has sold about 8 to 10 times. So if an item has more than 20 reviews, it's a really good sign, and you definitely want to draw inspiration from it. So we can see that this store specializes in these kinds of beautiful painting style digital downloads. Most of them have these rustic aesthetics, sort of a vintage style with these pale washed up colors. Honestly, these look amazing in my opinion and would look very beautiful hanging on a wall. Now, the interesting thing about this store though is that it opened exactly a year ago, and it has already made over $200,000 in revenue, which again, since these are digital downloads, they must have made well over $150,000 in profit. That is in less than a year. So if it is possible for them, it's definitely possible for you. Now, there are much more successful examples out there like this store right here, which sells a similar product and has well over 380,000 sales. So that is 10 times more than the previous example. So it's safe to say they made millions selling printable art. So let's move on to Midjourney, and I'll show you how to set it up properly to make your workflow as efficient and as easy as possible. So just go to midjourney.com and click here where it says join the beta. Midjourney basically works within Discord, which means that you'll need to create a Discord account to be able to generate images. You can download the desktop app or just use it directly on your browser. That's completely up to you. So once you've got that out of the way, you can go to the left-hand side of the screen and click on the Midjourney server. Here you can go into any of the existing chat rooms and check out what other people are creating and the prompts they're using to generate images. And this could be a valuable source of inspiration. You can go ahead and start creating your own images in any of the existing chat rooms, but your work will get lost in the crowd. So, to make things much easier for you, just go back to the left-hand side of the screen, but this time click where it says Add Server. Next, choose For Me and My Friends and choose a name for your server. I'll name it Digital Artwork, and then click Create. This way you'll have your own exclusive server, and the only thing left to do is invite the Midjourney bot to your server to help you create the images. So just go back to the Midjourney server, click on the bot, and then click on Add App. And down here where it says Add to Server, choose the one you've just created, and that's it. Now with this out of the way, we can go ahead and start creating some beautiful artwork. Now for our products, we're going to take reference from the wall art we already know is selling well based on our research. So what you want to look for is the keywords that describe that product and use those same keywords as your prompt to generate your own version of that image. So in this example, we can see that the keywords that describe this picture are meadow wildflowers painting, vintage farmhouse wall art. So back in Midjourney, type /imagine and then use those keywords to describe the image you want to generate. This is your prompt. And this way we can get 4 pretty decent results. Now here's a little trick to make your work even easier. So instead of trying to come up with the perfect combination of words to craft the exact image that you need, you can go to the Midjourney website and click where it says sign in. This will take you to the explore section where you can find all kinds of awesome images that were created by other users. And if you click on them, you can see the exact prompt they used to create that image. Now here's a fantastic thing about Midjourney. Even if you use the exact same prompt word by word, the AI will never generate the exact same image. So we can go to the top of the page and search for prompts describing the kind of image we're looking for. And once we find one that matches the style we want, we can click on it and copy the prompt. So when we go back to Midjourney, we can now get an image that is much closer to what we're looking for. So now that we got a beautiful image similar in style to some of Etsy bestsellers, the next step is to open the image on a free editing software like Photopea and make it bigger. So use the dimensions you got from your competition as a reference and create a new canvas with those same dimensions. As you can see, our image doesn't really match the size, so you want to transform it into a smart object first and then scale it. This way you won't lose image quality in the process. And the final step would be to place our image into a beautiful mockup using Photopea or a paid tool like Photoshop and get it ready to publish. And remember, you can also use Midjourney to create those mockups, and if you use this prompt, you'll get some amazing results. Now, I know that I'm rushing through this whole process, but the idea is to show you guys just how easy it is to get started with this business. Creating this beautiful product took us no more than 5 minutes. If you believe this is the kind of business you could be interested in, please leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to create a dedicated video explaining this whole process in greater detail. Your only cost to start this business would be your Midjourney subscription, which comes down to $10 a month, and your Etsy fees, which are roughly 45 cents per listing once you sell a product, and a further 9.5% in transaction and payment processing fees. So the second business on the list is selling books on Amazon KDP. Now the first time I ever heard this, I was like, I don't think so. Writing a book sounds like a lot of work, and writing multiple books sounds even worse. But now, thanks to AI tools again, creating a professional looking product has quite literally never been easier. For this business, we're going to be using a total of 3 tools. 2 of them are completely free, and the third one is Midjourney, which we already know how to use. So the idea is to create a medium content book to sell on Amazon KDP. This business model is great because it allows you to sell your books for free and earn a royalty for each sale. The way it works is the book is published on Amazon and it is only printed and shipped to the customer once a copy has been purchased. This means that there are no unsold books sitting on a shelf somewhere, and you get a 60% commission for each sale minus the printing costs. Now, to dive into this business, we first need to know what kinds of books sell. And similar to Etsy, we'll research a specific niche. In this case, we're going to go with science and history books for kids, which is a high demand niche. And as you can see by the number of reviews some of these books have gotten, that they managed to make thousands of dollars with a product that can be created in just a few hours of work using the methods I'll show you in this video. So once you've chosen your niche, you can go to ChatGPT, which is a free AI tool, and ask the chatbot to give you a few creative ideas for the book title. Then you can simply ask it to develop a story in chapters using one of the titles as a topic, and finally to elaborate on each one of those chapters. Now the great thing about this is that you can steer the answers in any direction that you want. You can get a more or less intricate story, and you can add inputs on the characteristics of the protagonists or decide on the context of the story. In a way, you are co-authoring the book content alongside the AI. You provide some basic feedback and then develop the story with the help of the chatbot. So once you've got a story that you're happy with, you should check the text for potential plagiarism. So I usually run it through Grammarly.com to make sure everything is okay, and once the text is good, we can move on to the next step, which is creating the illustrations to go with the story. Now, no book is complete without illustrations, and here we're going to be creating them using the exact same steps we used in the previous business. So we're going to use the text from ChatGPT to give Midjourney a prompt that will create images that complement the story perfectly. Remember, you can always draw examples from the Midjourney website and use their prompts as inspiration. So I created a prompt that will generate really cool illustrations with the kinds of aesthetics you would expect from a kid's book. And of course you can play around with this to get the exact image that you want, but feel free to use this one as a base. So the idea is to create one image for each chapter of the book. And once we got the text and all the images, the final step is to put the book together using another free tool called Canva. So just go back to canva.com, and this is where you'll design the layout of the book. So just start with a blank page using the dimensions of your book, which in this case is going to be 6 by 9 inches. Next, upload all of your book images to Canva, and then you can simply drag and drop your images into the template. And the last step would be to copy and paste the text from ChatGPT. So once you're done creating every page of your book, you can save the book as a PDF print, and that is the file that you're going to be uploading to Amazon. Again, I know I'm rushing through this whole process, but if you guys are interested in this business, this, I do have a dedicated and way more detailed video on how to create a book step by step using these methods. I actually think that video is great, so make sure to check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description of this video. So the third business on the list is affiliate marketing on Pinterest. Now this is a business that I just recently started to explore, and so far I'm loving it mostly because of just how simple it is. So the great thing about affiliate marketing is that it is a highly scalable business, and unlike the previous two examples we explored, you can literally start with zero money up front. In fact, it takes almost no money at all to grow this business. To make it simple, affiliate marketing is when you promote a brand's product or service through your content, and you get an individual link to that product or service. So when someone clicks on that link and purchases the product, you get a commission for that sale. So there's essentially two distinct steps to this business: acquiring the affiliate links to the products or services that you want to promote, and then creating the content that you'll use to share those links. Now, 450 million people browse Pinterest every single month, of which 76% are women. And it is a photo-based platform with a big emphasis on aesthetics and visually appealing images. So it is one of the best traffic methods you can use, especially if you don't want to become a social media influencer and show your face. So the first step in this business is to pick your niche. Now, some very popular niches on Pinterest are women's fashion, home decor, finances, fitness, and travel. But I recently realized that the self-improvement niche is one of the most versatile and profitable ones, simply because of the wide variety of products that you can sell within that niche, like books, workout equipment, journals, planners, and even finance-related content like courses. Now, once you've chosen your niche, the next step is to create your Pinterest account. That is super easy. Just go to pinterest.com and sign up here. And as soon as you have your account set up, the first thing you want to do is go to settings and immediately convert it to a business account. Then you need to add your profile name, and here make sure to choose something related to your niche. This way you won't confuse your audience. The next step is to figure out what products to promote, and you'll do this through your content. There is an infinite amount of products you can promote, and for the most part you can find them all on Amazon. So you can become an Amazon affiliate and then get an affiliate link to each of the products that you want to sell. To do this, you need to go to the website Amazon Associates and apply there. Aside from Amazon, you can find affiliate links in other websites like impact.com or ClickBank. Both these options are great if you want to find high-paying affiliate programs. So once you've generated your affiliate links through any of these websites, the next step is to start promoting them on Pinterest. Now, to do this, you actually have to create your own content. Now, these are some examples of the kind of content you can create, and as you can see, each one of these pins has an affiliate link that you can click on. And if you do end up purchasing the product, the creator of this pin will get a commission for that purchase. So creating pins like this is actually super simple. And for that, we're going to again use Canva. So once in Canva, click here where it says create a design. Then look for Pinterest pin, and I generally choose the 1000 by 1500 pin. One thing I love about Canva is that it already has a bunch of pre-made templates for almost anything you can imagine. And if you do choose to use one of these, you'll see that there's a great deal of customization you can do. You can move objects around, you can change the fonts, the colors, do whatever you want to make it look good. But you can also create your own personalized pin from scratch, which is what I would recommend, especially if you're trying to build a personal brand. In that case, all you need is an image and some text. So I'll show you guys how I do it. You can go to a free stock footage website like Pexels and choose a cool image to go with your niche. I'm going to choose something epic to promote a self-development book that I really like called Atomic Habits. If you guys haven't read that already, I would totally recommend it. So I literally search for inspirational, and a bunch of really high quality images show up. And I think I like this one, so I'll just download it for free. And now that we got the image, all we need is the text. So now I can ask ChatGPT to give me some cool motivational quotes to go with my image, or I can even use a quote from the book that I really like, which is this one right here. So then all I have to do is upload my image to Canva and drag it into my template. Adjust the size a little bit, and as you can see, there is a whole bunch of adjustments you can make. You can apply a filter if you like, but what I usually end up doing is simply go to the adjust section and lower the brightness of the image. And then I just paste my quote on top of the image. You can of course adjust the text, the color, and if you go to effects, you can also add some shadows and lift if you want to. So that's pretty much it. This is our pin right here. So now just click where it says share and download the image as a high quality PNG. And the final step, of course, is to upload your image to Pinterest with your affiliate link. So just click where it says home feed and then create pin. And here's where you upload your image. Then you want to choose your title and paste your affiliate link where it says link. Now, if you do have a website set up with a bunch of affiliate links, you can also put the link to your website so people can browse through a variety of products. Then you want to add some tags related to finances and personal development or whatever your niche is. And finally, you need to create a board and add your pin to that board. So we'll call this one books, and so the next time I create a pin about the same topic, I'll just simply add it to the same board. And when you're done, simply click on pin and your image is published. Now for this to work, you have to be very consistent and make sure to upload at least 3 to 5 images every single day. Obviously, the more you post, the better, and as soon as you get familiar with Canva, you'll realize that uploading 5 images a day is actually much simpler than it sounds. Now please remember guys, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is going to take some time to get things going, but as you can see, this business is as easy as it gets. All you need is some consistency and some taste to create beautiful looking pins, and with the right links and the right products, you can easily make $5,000 a month by the end of your first year. So just be patient, be consistent, and you'll see the results. Business number 4 is selling print-on-demand products. Now, selling POD products is essentially a way of dropshipping. The way it works is you create a product like a t-shirt design or a cell phone case design, and then you use a print-on-demand provider to have it print those designs on a number of white label products and ship them directly to your customer as soon as an order comes through. This is similar to the Amazon KDP business model in the sense that no product is actually created until someone buys it. So the first thing to do is to choose what kind of product you want to sell. And in this case, we're going to choose a very profitable product on Etsy, which is cell phone cases. But you can choose whatever you want, from clothing to accessories or even puzzles and mugs. So we'll conduct a product research similar to the one we did for the digital download business. And as you can see, there are stores making thousands of dollars selling simple flower pattern cases. So we're going to look for products that have great reviews and that we can see are selling well. And we're going to use those as reference to create our own products. So the first part of the process is basically the same. You want to use the product description as prompt to generate a similar design using Midjourney. And here's the difference. Once you've created a design that you're happy with, instead of just uploading it to Etsy, you first need to apply it to the print-on-demand product that you want to sell. These are not digital downloads, so you'll have to connect your Etsy store with your print-on-demand provider before you can publish your product. So in this example, we're going to be using Printify, and here's where you actually create your product. So if you go to the top of the page, you can explore all the white label products they offer. In this case, we're going to choose cell phone cases. And as you can see, there are several models to choose from. Not only you can choose the specific model, but also the print provider. And once you do that, you'll be presented with a product canvas. Here's where you import your design and place it on the actual product. And look at that, it looks amazing. Of course, you can use the mockups that Printify already offers, which are actually quite similar to the ones used by some of Etsy bestsellers. And now, when someone purchases your product, Printify will take care of printing the case, packaging it, and sending it to your customer. In the case of this business model, as you can imagine, the margins are lower than with digital downloads. A typical profit margin for a product like this is around 40%. You can check the costs associated with printing and shipping the product when you choose your print provider, and based on those costs and your competition, you can price your products accordingly. Again, I know I'm rushing through this, but the idea is to give you a quick preview of what this business is like. I have created a more in-depth video on how to create products like this, specifically patterns to go on drinking tumblers, which is a very popular POD product on Etsy. So I'll leave a link in the description of this video, so make sure to check it out. And finally, business number 5 is becoming a content creator. This is in my opinion the best of the 5 businesses we covered in this video, and the reason for that is that there's practically no cap on how much you can grow as a content creator. And the best part is that it actually combines much of the virtues of the other businesses we covered, particularly when it comes to affiliate marketing and sales. So if I had to describe it using my own words, content creation is essentially a means to grow an audience that you can ultimately monetize in some way. You do this by creating valuable content in the form of videos like these, graphic posts on social media platforms like Instagram or Pinterest, or short-form videos on platforms like TikTok. Now the key here is in the word valuable. You cannot simply create random content on things that you yourself find valuable. Probably the hardest thing about content creation is putting yourself in the shoes of your audience and creating something that is valuable to them, not necessarily to yourself. So you really need to put your ego and preferences aside and try to serve people with information or tutorials or perspectives that add value to their lives. And this is definitely a game of balance, because you want to leverage your personal expertise and experiences with the demands of your audience. Now, having said that, I do believe that content creation is a highly rewarding experience, and the more you engage with your audience and the more you get to know them, the more rewarding it becomes. In general, you need 4 things to make it work. You need to choose a niche, you need to upload valuable content, you need to be consistent, and most importantly, you need to monetize the content. So choosing a niche is the first step and probably one of the most important ones, since it has to be something sustainable for you in the long run. So you should look for something that you're naturally interested in, almost regardless of whether or not you believe it would be profitable. If you're not interested in the topic, you won't be able to comply with the third point, which is consistency. So make sure to choose something that you're genuinely passionate about, and therefore something that you will enjoy making content about. The next step is to create the content using some kind of video editing or image editing software. Now, in the case of videos, there's a bunch of free options like iMovie or DaVinci Resolve. In the case of graphic content to go on TikTok or Instagram, my choice is always Canva because it already includes a number of pre-made templates specifically designed for these platforms. The third point is to be consistent. This is key if you're trying to grow an audience. You need to show up for them, otherwise they won't show up for you. You need to stay on top of your uploads, respond to comments and DMs, and show that you care. This way you'll grow a community that supports you and cares about your content. And the final step is to monetize that content. And there are many ways to do that. Some platforms like YouTube pay you a portion of the ad revenue they collect from showing ads on your content, but you can also monetize that content by making deals with sponsors and promoting their products on your videos or posts. And a third way is to include affiliate links in your content. And this way you get a commission every time someone clicks on that link and buys the product, similar to the Pinterest affiliate marketing business we just covered. You can also sell your own products and essentially use your content to promote it. A lot of content creators have created all kinds of courses and then promote those courses on their channels or social media posts. So as you can see, there is a multitude of ways in which you can monetize your content. And the larger and more loyal your audience is, the more profitable your content will become. If you guys are interested in starting your journey as a content creator, I do have a dedicated video explaining how you can get started making videos completely for free. So again, make sure to check it out. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. Now again, I know I covered some of these very quickly, but I'll be more than happy to create dedicated videos on each one of these businesses if you guys are interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next week.
Say my name.